Hello everyone, VicarstownVideos here. Today I present you with my collab with thomasandfriends47. thomasandfriends47, thank you very much for making this video with me. I am very excited to share this video with you guys. I hope you all enjoy it.
Hi guys, thomasandfriends47 here. I'm so excited to be doing this video collab with VicarstownVideos. VicarstownVideos, thank you so much for having me this week. I'm so excited to do this. Alright, so first question for me is from a channel named Bruh. What is your favorite thing to eat and what are your thoughts on anime? So I live in South Carolina in the United States of America. And down here in the South, we have good home cooking. Usually a lot of deep fried foods and things like that, and not too healthy. But it is good. So I like a lot of things like macaroni and cheese, fried chicken, fried green tomatoes, really good stuff. I also like pizza and things like that too. But yeah, when it comes to food, for me it's hard to pick just one. Thoughts on anime. So, when I was younger, I wasn't a huge anime fan. I had a friend who absolutely adored it, and she tried to get me into it, and I was like, eh. But as I've gotten older, I have enjoyed anime. I really there's one I'm watching now, Cells at Work on Netflix, that was really good, and the Spirited Away. I really like that too. So I am warming up to it. It's not my favorite genre, but there are some amazing art styles and some amazing animes out there. And it's really cool because there's like an anime for everybody. So if you like murder mysteries, there's anime for you. If you like, like how the human body works, like Cells at Work, that's pretty cool. I mean, there's something out there for everybody, so I like that.
My first question is from tcmrfine, and they ask, how did you get interested in Thomas? Well, my cousin was interested in Thomas when she was young, and one year when I was young, she bought me an engine for Christmas, and I've asked my parents and they think it could have been Henry, but they're not sure, and I certainly can't remember. And basically, from then on, I started watching the show, and soon I was very interested in Thomas myself, and then the whole thing of collecting Thomas came years after that. So, yeah, that's basically how it all began.
Alright, next, RJ asked, what is the rarest item in your collection? That's a difficult question. Personally, I would probably feel like my Trackmaster LBSC Thomas engines would rank pretty close in rarity. But I don't know. I have a lot of items. I wouldn't exactly know what the rarest one is off the top of my head, but thank you for the question.
My next question is from blamcohd, and they ask, who is your favorite non-rail vehicle? I would have to say George the Steamroller. George, I think, is just a classic grumpy character. I really wish he came back in CGI. I really do. I think he would have made for a brilliant star in episodes. Bulgy came back, and I think they did a pretty good job with him. I think Bulgy was his old self in the episodes. I think if that had been done with George as well, it would have been brilliant.
Paul Benson asked, TF47, do you think anyone unsubscribed when you did your April Fool's prank, then resubscribed after realizing it was a prank? I don't think so. So, I do want to say this. With April Fool's Day and everything, I don't like April Fool's Day. It's not my favorite holiday. And I usually never participate in it because I know what it's like to see something, get all excited about it, and then realize, oh wait, it's April Fool's Day. That's not real. So I would never want to use my medium, my channel, to share false information, even if it's a joke. I don't like that. So when I did the All Engines Go 47, stunt, I tried to make it very clear that it was a stunt and that it was only for fun, because I literally put in the post and on the video, today won't just be known as April Fool's Day, it'll be known as All Engines Go 47 Day. That way, you kind of realize and you're reminded, even if you didn't know it was April Fool's Day, that reminds you that it is, so you know this is a joke. But yeah, I don't think anybody did. I hope not. I would hate to lose subscribers because they thought that I changed to All Engines Go, but you know, hopefully I didn't. Thomas Gamer number 1 2020 Productions asked, what is your favorite Thomas the Tank Engine character, and what is your favorite Thomas the Tank Engine toy brand? So, favorite character, I really like Percy, I like James, I like Toby. Again, it's hard to pick just one. And of course Thomas. I also like Rebecca. I know a lot of people don't like Rebecca, but for me, I think she's pretty cool. My favorite toy brand, Trackmaster. It's just one that I collected the most of, and it's one that got the proportions almost right on the majority of characters. So I think that's why I like Trackmaster so much. But yeah, thank you for the question.
My next question is from Rondi Sturm, and they ask, what is your favorite brand of Thomas and Friends, and what is your rarest item? My favorite brand would be Trackmaster, because I grew up with a lot of Trackmaster. You know, Hit Toy Company, Fisher Price, that kind of era. They would have been my kind of toys. They would have been from back in my day. And my rarest item, if it is rare, Tommy Oliver, I don't know if it is rare or not, to be honest. I don't think it is, because I think that's why people can't understand how it's so expensive to buy, considering it's not rare. But if it does count as rare, then that probably would be the rarest item that I own.
Alright. Well, Quentin Reedy put that their favorite food is chicken and favorite custom is Thomas. So I don't know if they want me to answer that question as well. So I guess, hey, I'll go ahead and answer it. My favorite food, as said before, fried green tomatoes, fried chicken, macaroni and cheese, and pizza. And my favorite custom in my collection probably be my Bachmann Trackmaster Express coaches. I love those things. They're just so cool.
My next question is from Great Western Spirit 28, and they ask, what is my favorite Railway series book? I would have to say Duck and the Diesel Engine, because Duck is my favorite character, and those stories with Duck and Diesel, they were just brilliant. You know, Pop Goes the Diesel, Dirty Work, A Close Shave, they were just fantastic in my opinion. I love those stories, so that would be my favorite book. They also ask, what is my favorite season of Thomas and Friends? That would be season 3. Always stood out to me when I was younger. I really enjoy season 3. Season 5 will be up there as well, but for me, season 3 is just the best. And their final question is, what is my favorite Thomas Bachmann model? I would say possibly Ryan. He is a very impressive looking model in my opinion. I don't actually own a model of Ryan. I don't even know, is he out yet? Has he been released? I don't know, to be honest, but from the promo pictures I've seen, it is a very detailed model, and I think a model that's going to be pretty popular among the Toms fans, so Ryan would be my favourite.
Juan Lucas Wooden Railway Episodes asked, will you make another couple episodes in a season 2 soon? Yes. So I plan on making more from Sodor's Railway. I already have an episode, well, 2 episodes almost completely written. 1 episode I have all the audio recorded for. I just haven't filmed anything yet. And so that episode will hopefully come out soon. Don't know when, but soon. And season 2, if you're talking about modeling Sodor, absolutely. I'm working on that right now as well. Thank you for that question.
My next question is from Brake Car Bruno Fan 43, and they ask, what is my favourite All Engines Go episode? Now, I have said it in several videos that I haven't watched much All Engines Go, but one episode I did watch and one that I did enjoy was Percy's Lucky Bell. I like that episode. I thought it was pretty good. So yeah, that's probably my favourite.
Alright, TF47. Should Mattel make All Engines Go flip face engines? That's difficult. I don't know. I don't know how that mechanism would work on the newer engines. Personally, I kind of like the idea right now that they have with the plain printed faces instead of the molded faces, because we get a larger variety of those faces. But if they did make flip face engines, I think it would be cool, and I'd like to see it. My favorite TM underbrand, so flip face, glow in the dark, crash and repair, etc. So out of those, not necessarily one of those that was named. though I do like Glow in the Dark. My absolute favorite was the Sodor Snowstorm, or something like that. It was the Snow series, and I adored that series so much and was so disappointed when Toys R Us closed and they stopped it, because that was the best series in my opinion. We got such a great variety of engines, rolling stock, just fun designs, snow-covered stuff. It was incredible, and I really do wish they bring that back.
Okay, my next question is from Tom Tank Productions, and they ask, if you had to change one element about the Adventure Begins special, what would it be? I think I would make it longer. If it was the usual 1 hour length, I think that'd be great. I think that would make a difference. And also I would change Henry's shape to be the correct one for that time, which would be his old shape. And the only other thing I would change would be giving James a few more stories in the movie. I think that would have been great if we had gotten a few more stories about James, you know, James and the coaches, troublesome trucks, those kind of stories. I think if we got a few of them, it would have been great.
Alright, so Rodon Railway asked, out of all your layouts, what was your most favorite and your least favorite? So, that's a good question. So my most favorite, like, of all time layouts was probably my first layout at my old house, which I covered. That was actually the first layout that I covered in depth on YouTube, and also the one that I used the first HO scale techniques. However, it was a test, so it was never meant to be permanent, but it's still special to me. I don't know, I have fond memories of that layout. My least favorite layout was actually the one that I'm working on right now, before I added the extra stuff to it. I just didn't like the look of it. I thought it was too small, and I was like, you know what, this ain't working. But I was able to make some changes, positive changes, and I'm actually ended up liking it now. And it just goes to show that even if you're working on a layout and you're like, you know what, I really don't like this, you can still change it no matter what stage you are into that layout, and you can make it into something that you like. So yeah, thank you for that question.
My next question is from Potato Productions, and they ask, what are your thoughts on season 8 to 11? I actually grew up with this era of Thomas, so there is a lot of nostalgia for me when I'm watching the episodes now. Classic episodes for me. And I know a lot of people don't really like this era, but for me it is a special one because I grew up with it.
Alright, Vicarstown Videos, thank you so much for having me. This was so much fun, and I can't wait for part 2 over on my channel.
thomasandfriends47, thank you very much. This has been amazing. I also can't wait for part 2. And thank you guys very much for watching this video, and thank you for the questions. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.